Citadelle des Morts, initial Recon tour. A recent survey of the fortification and its vicinity reveals the first details regarding possible exploration choices. What additional secrets could this castle contain? Town Square. The central hub of the fortified village sitting below the main castle parapets, this square, which appears to have suffered damage centered around a vehicle fire, is dominated by a fountain with a large and imposing stone statue. To the southeast is an impressive example of a medieval bell tower, and a portcullis gate on opposing walls offer two ways to explore further. Directly across is access to the tavern. Tavern and cellar. From casks of ale to expensive bottles of rouge and blanc wines, La Maison de Macon, Mason's house, used to offer a tranquil and authentic pub experience. Inside, the L-shaped ground floor features a banquet table, impressively large wooden bar, plenty of booth and table seating, and a mezzanine games room with a pool table. The restrooms are most definitely out of order. Village Ascent and Upper Village. Shafts of sunlight are beginning to pierce the fog-filled alleyways of the village, casting light on the vile aftermath of a zombie incursion. Blood seeps into the cobblestone streets, and the main path ascends from the lower gate to a small forecourt, and well, it may be pointless wishing for good luck. Nature Path and Hilltop. Open the western gate, and an alternate path to the ramparts can be ascended, though there's nothing natural about the inhabitants encroaching on this farmyard trail. Past the ruins of a tower, and a stone barn and stables, the animals long since bolted. Climb past the tiered stone buttress walls to the hilltop, offering once idyllic, now horrific views of the castle, surrounding fields, and encroaching shamblers. Citadelle courtyard, village, and hillside ramparts. Ivy snakes around the grand entrance edifices, and the interior of the keep seems firmly sealed. Explore either of the ramparts before venturing onto the outer battlements of the castle. It's here you'll discover an ornate and fearsome cannon, sculpted into the head of a roaring lion. Entrance Hall. Entering the citadel, an imposing, cathedral-like entrance vestibule beckons, once resplendent with tapestries and torches, now only crumbling walls and graffiti-daubed alcoves remain. A central stone staircase leads to a carved dragon bust, under what was once the castle's coat of arms. Both petroleum lamps and construction floodlights bathe the hall in an eerie glow and hint at the horrors ahead. Sitting rooms. Another impressively sized room within the citadel, the interior walls are seemingly unstable and held together by scaffold poles and luck. Past the perimeter torches, the chamber shows evidence of recent activity with bunk beds and desks sitting next to an ancient wood-carved fireplace. Dining hall. Ideally, any feasting going on in this derelict chamber won't feature your own entrails as the main course, though there are many nooks, balconies, and entrances to be caught unawares during an undead ambush. The main hall remains an imposing chamber to explore, despite the complete collapse of its ceiling likely caused by the unexploded WW2 bomb that now protrudes from the pile of rubble at its center. Dungeon. In the deepest, darkest levels of this fortress is a place of torture, and the surgical blades, thick chains, car batteries, lump hammers, and chairs with restraint harnesses suggest this despicable practice has continued into modern times. The French syndicate have a rudimentary communications set up here along with generators and a basic bookkeeping desk. Perhaps they are logging the prisoners kept in the filthy jail cells that span the outer walls of this disturbing place. Undercroft and oubliette room. A vaulted ceiling in the subterranean cellars of the castle is leaking what you hope is just rainwater, partially flooding the lowest levels of the place, and this crypt is perhaps a location one doesn't linger at for long. Old paintings, strange statuary, stacked gravestones, and an impromptu game of chess, now fully concluded if the state of the players is anything to go by. Deeper still within the dungeon lie secrets better left forgotten. A lower dungeon, or oubliette, provides damp and damning discoveries, and the earthen-floored chamber contains shelves of chemicals, barrels of hazardous materials, and a table where illicit drug manufacturing appears to be underway.